Absolutely. I think it will be fantastic to play that a high-end tournament and to have an opportunity to have a chance to compete for a championship and a medal for my country. So I'm extremely honored and proud, and it will be unbelievable. So I'm excited.
Hockey is hockey, but it's a different game when you go on the world stage on that sheet. How does it change for you as a coach?
Doesn't you don't get different because they change the ice. This as Canadian, we check hard, we play hard, we hit hard, we do everything hard, and that's what we will do. The plan will not change because we're in big ice or because I coach our country or whatever. You don't paint. You don't paint yourself in a different way because you're going at the different stage or in a different team. We'll see what's our roster. It's not my responsibility. It's Doug, and from there we'll build a plan who fit the roster we have, and we'll go out there and be competitive.
You do have to make some adjustments, though, X's and O's with the wider ice, right?
Less and less with years.
Okay.
I started in '08 on the international level, and back then that was the trend. We were making adjustments. We're playing differently. It's a little bit wider. And with the time, we realized, okay, that's why it's different, because we're playing different. That's because at the end of the day, the distance between the dots and the goal and the distance between the dots are the same.
Yeah.
So you don't win the game outside the dots. You win the game inside the dots. So the game doesn't change that much. There's a few things. There's when they have time on the outside, you need to be careful because they have an extra second to make a play, stuff like that. But at the end of the day, the identity and the way you want to play and the pressure and that kind of stuff doesn't change.
All right. I asked you last night to put a bow on the season. You said you wanted to think about it
Yeah.
overnight and talk to us about it today. So
Yeah.
here we are again.
I have to. It's honestly when you make a step back, and we'll do better in the next couple of days again. But you look where we start and the schedule, the start of the season, the road, all the question, the doubts, the new arena, the mullet, what will happen, how it will be, how will be the fan in Tempe, just how tired will we be after that long road trip and all of it. I think there were a lot of things we did not know, and I have to say I'm extremely proud of the way the player battle through that, the way they stick together, and the brotherhood. We keep improving year after year. And I will say another thing as well, and I talked to you early on about that, is our leadership. Losing the lads and the Beagle and the Strollman and I forgot Roos and I forgot other names, but the point is losing all those guys who played 1,000 game or around 1,000 game in the league, won Stanley Cup, been part of contender team, and they were a really good pro preparing themselves. I did not know how our young core of leadership will be to carry on, and they grew it tremendously. I think that was I was scared to death of it, and honestly, they impressed me all year long. I was blown away of how they took care of the room, how they took care of tough situation. Because I was saying, okay, until we're riding the wave, everything's good, and that will be fine. But when the boat will rock a little bit, how will it be? And they've been second to none. They were unbelievable. So obviously, when we got tired, which happened after a long trip, it became tougher, and we wore ourselves down, and then we had a slump somewhere in January, and we could not get up. We realized how much we rely on energy and intensity and battle, and the All-Star break arrived at the perfect time. It's kind of that was just perfect timing, and then after we got back and we showed what kind of team we were, because we with the energy and the mental state of our team, we could battle, and we had a really good stretch again. So we take a lot of pride in that. And after trade deadline, we took another step and kept grinding. And again, at some point, like I said, after the hell week, the week we had to play 5 games in 7 days in 4 different cities against elite opponent, that sorry, but that killed us. After that, we didn't have the same pop, and we did not finish as strong as we wanted. After that stretch, we won one game, and in overtime against Anaheim in front of our fans. So that's a truth as well. That's part of the evaluation for next year, saying, okay, we're really proud of our energy. We're really proud of how hard we play. We're really proud of all of that. But we'll still have stretch next year where we'll be tired. We need to find a way to win. We need to find a way to be effective. Is it system adjustment? Is it tactical? Is it what it is? I don't know yet. That's why I have the summer to think about it and to find solution. I hope we'll find the right one.
Yeah, and I know you haven't done your deep evaluations, and you don't know what your personnel is going to look like next season either. But are there other areas where you want to dive into it and say, okay, how can we get better in these areas?
There's plenty there. Okay. There's 2 pages of that on my desk right now. I have 128 points. That give you an idea of stuff I.
That's a legitimate number.
Yeah, 128. Yeah. That's 128 points of. Let's think about it. Let's revisit it. Let's be better. Let's see if there's something there. Is there not? It goes from our structure, the way we play neutral zone, the shooting mentality. Should we have a little bit more shooting mentality, or we keep the same philosophy? It's some people are sensitive and they're offended when they second guess. I'm the reverse. I'm second guessing everything, and I want to make sure we're not leaving any stone unturned and we're not taking anything for granted. We need to be critic to ourselves first and make sure we know what we're talking about, and we have conviction because we did our own work, and we revisit everything we think could be improved or can be weakness or whatever. There, like you said, there's stuff where we will see what's our personal. Should we change a few things? Should we adapt? But those are not the biggest thing, because we will see when we will have our personal. But we're really critical of ourselves as a coaching staff, and there's in every situation we want to be better.
I know heading into this year, you were saying at Media Day you want to see a step forward. I think everybody's definitely saw a step forward.
Yep.
I'm curious, because I'm sure that'll be the same answer at Media Day next year, another step forward.
Yep.
What does that look like?
A step forward. It's tough to know at this point. We don't know what will be our team, what will be our personal and all. But we build an identity. We build a leadership, a stronger leadership. We keep building our culture, and we certainly want to keep improving. And last year, after the season, we were really proud of how tight was our group and how competitive we were. And we made a step this year. So there's no way we're accepting anything else than another step next year. So I will never give you the answer that people will expect at some point to talk about result. That will never happen. But what we can control is the way we play, the way we battle, the way we show up every day. A little bit more consistency. That's what we're looking for, though. That's stuff we want to be better. And one thing I like about our group and our young group, they're so competitive, and we're doing exit meeting right now, and they're all talking about they want more, and they're frustrated about the stretch we could not get back on track, and that is what we want to evaluate and we want to be better at.
Coach, the job of an NHL coach never ends. On days off, you don't have days off. You're thinking it's work. You're going to the World Championships. Yeah. Again, that's a 30-day. That's a tough grind and a tough tournament. Do you get time from today to reset, to relax, to step away from the game and stop thinking before you stop preparing, or does it just keep on going ahead?
I will start by correcting you. I'm not working. I'm coaching hockey. That's different. So I will work when I will have to move or do some chore at home when I will have my honey-do list. But that's as long as I'm coaching, I do what I love every day, and I'm in the best environment. There's nowhere else I will want to be today. So, but I will obviously take some time to ride my motorcycle and go fishing a little bit. I love that kind of stuff. So I will have those time. I want to see my friends, my son, my daughters. That will be quality time. But that will be it. That's what I want. That's what I need. But the rest, they're already looking forward. The World Championship will be fantastic. Watching the playoffs, studying every series, every game, every new trend in the system, every reason why some team will overachieve, sometimes some teams will underachieve, or some team will have similar system. I'm looking forward to know what's the strength, what's the weakness, how it works, stuff like that. So there's always something, and reading a few books and trying to be a better leader.